Following the Watergate scandal, the Justice Department established the Public Integrity Section. For decades, it employed 36 career lawyers exclusively prosecuting government corruption. Today, that roster is almost empty. The administration slashed the unit's staff down to just 2 remaining career prosecutors. The immediate result? The Justice Department abandoned a clear-cut bribery investigation into White House border czar Tom Homan. While corruption cases against allies vanish, the department targets perceived political enemies. The DOJ recently opened a criminal investigation into Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, a frequent target of the president's public attacks. The core watchdog has been paralyzed. The department now directs its immense resources toward the president's private grievances and political defense. But an independent Justice Department is a relatively recent invention. During the Gilded Age, the department operated as a massive political patronage machine. Attorney General Augustus Farland even held shares in a telecom company the government was actively supporting. By the 1920s, corruption was explicit. Attorney General Harry Daugherty openly protected corrupt business and mob interests for the president's associates in the Ohio gang. The turning point arrived with Watergate. The Saturday Night Massacre and the eventual imprisonment of former Attorney General John Mitchell exposed the danger of allowing the White House to directly control federal law enforcement. In response, Attorney General Edward Levi established strict ethical guardrails. Known as the Levi norms, these procedures were designed to insulate federal criminal investigations from partisan meddling and White House demands. There was a fatal flaw. The Levi norms were only internal traditions and policies, not binding laws. Their survival depended entirely on the integrity of the people in power. The unraveling of those norms accelerated in 2006 under Attorney General Alberto Gonzales. Under Gonzales, the Justice Department orchestrated a mass firing of 9 U.S. attorneys. The list included David Iglesias, who was removed after he refused to prosecute political opponents to influence an upcoming election. Internal investigations by the Inspector General later revealed that the top leadership at the DOJ completely abdicated their oversight responsibilities, allowing these partisan purges to happen with zero pushback. The erosion continued across party lines. During the Obama administration, Eric Holder became the first sitting cabinet member held in criminal contempt of Congress after using executive privilege to shield internal documents from lawmakers. By treating the department as a shield for executive action rather than an independent truth seeker, successive administrations slowly normalized the decay of the post-Watergate consensus. During President Trump's first term, Attorney General William Barr shifted the department toward active weaponization, pressuring federal prosecutors to target political rivals like John Kerry while protecting loyal allies from accountability. Accountability for these abuses evaporated. The Office of Professional Responsibility, the internal watchdog tasked with policing attorney misconduct, evolved into a quiet graveyard where egregious ethical violations were routinely swept under the rug. The handling of Jeffrey Epstein illustrates this broken system. The failure began when U.S. Attorney Alexander Acosta approved a highly unusual non-prosecution agreement, shielding Epstein and his co-conspirators from federal charges. Operational failures cascaded. The FBI ignored standard protocols and missed glaring reports from JPMorgan Chase, detailing Epstein's bank transactions and raising clear concerns over child prostitution. When internal watchdogs are neutralized and elite impunity is protected from the inside out, the structural foundation of the Justice Department is primed for institutional capture. The current leadership has discarded the pretense of neutrality. During her recent tenure, Attorney General Pam Bondi suppressed the release of those Epstein files, shielding the details from public view. Her successor, Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche, has made his priorities explicit, testifying that he holds a continuing duty of fealty to the president rather than loyalty to the Constitution. The administration now targets internal dissent with surgical precision. Acting Attorney General Blanche recently fired DOJ lawyer Erez Ruvani for testifying truthfully to a federal judge. Internal memos even suggested using federal troops to hit immigration protesters with sticks and arrest anyone who couldn't escape. The department has moved beyond political favoritism. It is actively punishing truth and suppressing dissent, executing these actions through the machinery of federal law enforcement. the system has insulated itself from outside consequences. When legal scholars filed ethics complaints against Pam Bondi, the Florida Bar refused to investigate, citing a policy that protects sitting constitutional officers from scrutiny. And the Supreme Court's ruling granting the president immunity from criminal prosecution removes the final layer of legal threat, firmly embedding a standard of presidential lawlessness. The cumulative weight of these rulings and purges has shattered the post-Watergate consensus, effectively collapsing the wall of impartial justice. By systematically silencing watchdogs and installing loyalists, the department has completed its century-long regression, reverting to a fully weaponized political wing of the White House.